One strike away from making the third straight K for Ben Smith. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He does it again. Back-to-back-to-back strikeouts. Retires the side. And midway through the seventh, it's 3-2 Rocks on top. Griffin, a two-step lead off of second. Janke puts the ball in the glove. Kicks and deals. Fastball smacked into center field, and it also gets down. Griffin reaches third. Armani Guzman gets to first. Griffin's racing to home. The tag in time for out number 2. The Rocks get the throw to home in time. Prevents the tying run from scoring. And Colton Griffin trots back to the dugout. 3-2 St. Cloud, 2 outs, 1 runner on in the top of the ninth. Had another Uncle Matt play football at Nebraska a few years earlier in the mid-90s. Won 2 national titles with them as Butenbach missiles one deep to right field. You can forget about it. Second solo home run of the night for Max Butenbach, and the Stingers have life in the 8th inning. It's 5-2 Rocks on top, 2 outs in the top of the 8th. Shao gets ready in the righty batter's box. Pfeffer comes set, kicks the leg, fires the pitch. Line to the third baseman, Frost. He steps on the bag for 1 out, throws across the diamond for a double play. The throw just barely beats out the runner, Charlie Shao. And the Rocks go from no outs to 2. In the top of the 5th, the Stingers lead it 4-0 over the Rocks. What was once a 7-0 Rocks advantage has doubled itself after 7-run score in the bottom of the 6th. 14-0 St. Cloud on top of Willmar. The Stingers send Craig, Kunau, and Duncan to the dish. Craig 0 for 2 with a flyout to left field, and most recently a strikeout back in the 4th inning. He stands in from the right side, goes up against the righty pitcher, Landon Folk. First pitch, upstairs fastball for ball 1. Craig, the team leader in RBIs this season, 42 on the summer for Willmar. 1-0. Fastball cut on and missed. Strike 1. Craig made a brief appearance in last night's loss in game 1 of this 2-game series. He pinch hit late in the game, but was struck out. 1-1. Craig stands flat-footed. Ball 2. The Rocks just eliminated the Stingers after last night's loss. 2-1 popped up. Foul over the press box and rolls nearly to the parking lot for a 2-2 count. Willmar out of playoff contention after last night's defeat. First time in over a decade that the Stingers have missed the playoffs. 2-2. Upstairs and inside, ball 3. Count becomes full for the righty Joey Craig. The Rocks clinched their playoff spot in the first half. They take on either the Moondogs or the Big Sticks in the postseason. Payoff pitch. Check swing. Umpire says he didn't go around. Ball 4. Craig jogs to first as he reaches for the first time this evening with the left fielder Jordan Kunau coming up to bat next. Kunau 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a single. Kunau, one of the few locals on this Stingers team, being from Alexandria, Minnesota, about an hour away. First pitch. Tipped foul. It rolls to the backstop. Count 0-1. Got the chance to speak with Kunal before the Stingers' final home game 2 nights ago. He said playing for this team, being so close to home, has meant everything to him this summer. 0-1. Lasered foul right side this time. Count 0-2. Got to play in Alexandria for the Stingers' annual Alexandria Beatles night back on July 31st. So got to play in his hometown as well. He said that was his favorite home game of the summer. 0-2. Clubbed foul, third base side. And Kunal stays alive. Was last in action 2 nights ago, where he went 0 for 2 in that final home game. But the Stingers pulled it out, got the win, and were still in playoff contention up until last night. 0-2 at the knees and inside for ball 1. Kunal played 10 games for the Stingers last summer before committing to the team for a full season this year. 1-2. Drilled into right field, and it's still in play. It goes to the warning track, and it lands. Kunal gets to first. He rounds to second. Craig going to third. Both runners reach. No throw to the infield. And 2 runners in scoring position for the Stingers off of a double from Jordan Kunal. It sailed over the head of the right fielder, Wilmus Castro. And the Stingers are 90 feet away from scoring their first run of the game. The catcher, Eli Duncan, comes up to the dish, trying to make that happen. 14-0. The Stingers trail the Rocks. No outs. First pitch. Slapped foul over the netting. Duncan 3 nights ago, 0 for 5. Couldn't get anything going. And he has yet to reach tonight. 1-1. Cut on and missed. Strike 2. Duncan steps back into the righty batter's box. The righty Folk comes set. He releases the pitch. Dribbled foul, third base side. 1-2 the count. A win today makes it 5 in a row for St. Cloud. One, two. Grounded towards the shortstop, LeBlanc. He scoops, fires across the diamond, gets the out, but Joey Craig scores from third, so the Stingers finally get their first run of the game. 14-1 with 1 out in the top of the 7th. Craig reached off a walk to kick off the inning, and he makes it all the way around the diamond after the ground out to short from Eli Duncan. The back of the order, Landon Franklin up next. He stands in from the right side. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Count 0-1. Kunal still at second. The lone runner on base for Willmar. The righty Folk calls time. Folk, during the school year, a pitcher back at Miami University. This past season, they won their first Mid-American Conference title and earned their first NCAA regional berth in 20 years. 0-1. Fastball down the pipe, strike 2. Miami University in that NCAA regional lost to Tennessee and Wake Forest. after clinching that MAC title. 0-2 misses downstairs for ball one. Franklin 1 for 2 today with a single and a fly out to center field. 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Third strikeout for Folk. 2 away in the top of the 7th. And the Rocks still with a commanding 14-1 advantage as the lineup flips over for the Stingers and Colton Griffin comes up to bat next. Lefty 0 for 3 with a trio of groundouts. Right on left, first pitch. He swings and loses the bat. It flails all the way just in front of the Rocks dugout. Count 0-1 for the lefty Griffin. 14-1 Rocks on top, 2 outs. Top of the 7th, 1 runner on for Willmar. Griffin collects his bat and slowly returns to the batter's box. Oh, 1. Fastball low and away, strike 2. A couple of score updates from around the Northwoods League. The Moondogs took down the Larks 6-2 today. And the Big Sticks currently on top of the Hot Tots 2-0 in the bottom of the 5th. Mentioned a little earlier, both teams still in the hunt for a playoff spot. They would face St. Cloud. 0-2 misses low, ball 1. Mankato first in the Great Plains West second half at 21-11. The Big Six currently 19-15. We're 2.5 games back before that Mankato win as the 1-2 misses inside to even up the count. Mankato trying to make the postseason for the first time since 2021, where they lost to St. Cloud in the first round. Kunau at second. Folk delivers the pitch. In the dirt, ball 3. Kunau goes back to that 3-step leadoff of second. 14-1, the Rocks lead it. 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Payoff pitch. Way outside, ball 4. Colton Griffin gets on base for the first time today. 2 runners on for Willmar with 2 away. That brings up Charlie Shao, who's 1 for 3. Shao began his day with a strikeout in the first inning. And then the third baseman singled and reached off of an error in the 6th. Quick meeting on the mound ensues for St. Cloud. As Shao takes a couple practice swings just left of the dish. At a flock of birds flying over the ballpark here at Joe Faber Field. 14-1 the lead for St. Cloud. Currently 9:05 Central Time. 2 outs for the Stingers. First pitch to Shao. He makes contact, grounds it between third and short. It rolls into left field. Runners stay put after advancing 90 feet. Bases loaded with 2 away. Second time reaching for Charlie Shao. And Liam Bushy, the lefty first baseman, comes up to the plate with runners on every base. The bases are juiced. Bushy 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout to center field. 38 RBIs on the summer for the lefty. First pitch, he smacks it into center field, way back at the warning track. And the catch is made by a running Nolan Geislinger. Collides with the wall, but pulls it in, prevents any more from scoring. And after a valiant effort to put runners on, the Stingers strand 3. 14-1 still the score. Connor Groyle, Wilmus Castro, and Levi Lampert due up when we return for St. Cloud on the Stingers Audio Network.
Jared Valentin alongside Willmar left fielder Jordan Kunau ahead of Game 67 of the Stinger season. Tonight, Willmar welcomes Minot, the final home game of the Stinger season, and they wrap up a 2-game series against the Hot Tots. Jordan, there's guys from all over the country on the Stingers roster, but you're one of the few locals, being from Alexandria, Minnesota, about an hour away. What has being a part of this organization this summer meant to you?
It's meant the world. I mean, just being at a place that makes me feel like home, obviously. Being an hour from home, I'm a lot closer than most guys, which is a blessing. But at the same time, this community, this staff, everybody included, has made it feel just like in my backyard.
Now, you got to play in front of that home crowd in Alexandria a few nights ago for Alexandria Beatles Night. How did you enjoy that experience?
Oh, it was amazing. I couldn't have asked for anything better. Amazing crowd, just good to see family, friends, kids I've worked with in the past, and it was just a really good night to have it all come together and get a win.
You guys got the win last night against Minot, and you've talked to me before about how this is a streaky team. You guys will win 4 in a row, then you lose 5 in a row. You got the win last night after dropping 1 to St. Cloud, so you're starting to break that trend a little bit. How big was getting that win to permanently breaking that trend?
Yeah, no, that was huge, especially this late in the season. We can't afford to go on those big streaky losing streaks. There's not much time left, and if a losing streak like that happens, unfortunately, that's probably going to be the end of our season. So I think the guys understand that. They know that each game is important, and they're coming out and giving everything they can each and every day to try to make sure that we're staying in contention as long as we possibly can.
Eric Raposa shined for you guys last night, 2 for 4, had a home run as well in that game. How have you seen him grow throughout the season?
Yeah, I mean, he's a high school kid that's going into college this year, so that was his first collegiate home run, which is awesome, right? Like, to be able to kind of experience that with him is always fun, and he works hard in the cage. He gets his extra swings in and extra hacks and stuff, so it's good to finally see that's kind of paying off, and just getting comfortable facing college pitching, and I think going into the fall of this coming year, that's just going to benefit him.
Now, somebody who has dominated throughout this last road trip in its entirety for you guys has been Armani Guzman. He went 5 for 5 against Mankato. He leads the team in stolen bags as well with 23 on the season. How impressed have you been with his play recently?
He's been awesome. It's tough to take him out of the lineup when you're hitting the way that he is, and he uses his speed, he uses his bat-to-ball skill. He was able to get a ball out in St. Cloud. Like, he's kind of done it all, and he's come up in big situations and with runners on in scoring position late in the game to deliver a big hit. And that one in St. Cloud where we got thrown out at home. I mean, he did his part right to be able to kind of get that hit. So he's been great and doing outstanding out of the leadoff spot.
Now, this game was delayed due to rain in the middle of the game. How do you keep your guys composed when there's a rain delay and you don't know when or if you're going to continue the game?
Yeah, again, I thought when looking at the radar, you knew the rain had kind of gotten past and missed us a little bit. So for us, the main focus was, okay, let's just get off our feet. Let's relax for a little bit. But then the minute we said, hey, let's start stretching, let's start moving around, the intensity and the focus had to ramp back up. And kudos to our guys. I thought we did a really good job of that. You saw the rain delay happen in the 6th inning. Or at the end of the 5th inning there, so to have the bottom half of the 5th and then the back half of the game where we came out and really did a good job. I thought the bullpen was great out of the back half of the game, and then offensively explode for 6 or 7 runs there was awesome to see.
You guys were down 9-4 before that rain delay and then battled back and won. What was your message to the guys in the dugout to help them battle back?
Yeah, it's just one inning at a time. It's one out at a time, and we just take it one pitch at a time. That's kind of been our mantra all year long. Because, again, this is a hard game to play, and there's so many things that can happen at any given time. So to be able to just take that, again, just one pitch at a time is huge for us. And again, when you're 65 games into this, to be able to still believe in that is awesome for the team. So kudos to those guys for doing that.
You guys had 13 hits and 11 runs in last night's win against St. Cloud, and the Rocks are a team who lead the Northwoods League in strikeouts right now. What does it mean to you to know that your offense can go and show out against a talented team like St. Cloud?
We have a good offense, and I know we have a good offense, and there's some nights that it doesn't show up, and there's some nights that it does what it did last night, and we look like 2 completely different teams playing against Minot, playing against St. Cloud, and hopefully we're just able to kind of carry the same mentality we had against St. Cloud against everybody, right? I think we know the kind of caliber team that St. Cloud is, and I feel like we play up to that. And we just have to kind of keep that same mentality going into every single game and not play up or down based off of who we're playing.
Louis Castano's on the mound for you guys. To start things off tonight, what have you and pitching coach Nick Belzer seen from him that makes him a reliable starter for you guys?
Strike thrower, a guy that can throw multiple pitches for a strike. He's able to locate in and out, throw his off-speed pitch when he wants to, and strikeout counts, down or off the plate. That makes any pitcher effective, right? If every pitcher could do that, they'd all be effective. He's been doing a really, really good job of that lately, and hopefully that continues tonight.
Jared Valentin alongside Minot first baseman Blake Cavill. Blake, 2 for 5, a home run, 3 runs, and 3 RBIs for you as well. What was working so well for you tonight?
I was just seeing the ball well, but early in the game wasn't doing too good, and then they're bringing a righty in, throwing hard. The approach was hit the ball the other way, and that's what I did. Hit it hard, dead center, and scored 3 early.
You had that 3-run homer in the 6th inning. What was going through your mind when you saw that pitch?
He confused me the pitch before. He went two seams away, then he went a cutter. So I was trying to decide between the 2-seam and the cutter, and I picked right with the 2-seam. Saw it good, saw it deep, and hit it right back where he threw it, right back at the middle.
When pitchers mix it up and you're at the plate and sometimes they throw you off with a pitch, how do you stay composed and battle back?
Breathe. That's the big part. We try and approach, breathe. By the time we come to bat, I already know all the pitches the pitcher has. Well, with our OB, our hitting guy, he explains it very well. So having that planned, I never feel uncomfortable in the batter's box. Having that in the back of my head makes me feel comfortable.
4 wins in a row for the Hot Tots after tonight's victory. What's been clicking for you guys during this stretch?
Just attitude, really. We've been happy. We lost a few, then we won 4 straight, then we lost 4, and then now we're back to 4 again. Knowing that the postseason's that close and we're only like a few games back, I think everybody's just deciding that might as well keep playing as long as we can because we're having fun with each other.